Day. You might remember him. He wowed the Britain's Got Talent judges with his singing partnership with Charlotte in 2012. Now he's very much established as a solo artist, and he's got his second solo album out now. It's called Believe. I'm going to play one of the tracks from it. Let's say hi to Jonathan Antoine. Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, hello.
Lovely to talk to you today.
Great to be on, thank you.
Now, I remember from Britain's Got Talent, the pretend evil Simon Cowell, because I know he's not really like that.
No.
He wanted you to go it alone without Charlotte. And
Yeah.
was that fair at the time?
At the time, I'd say certainly not. It wasn't. Well, it may have seemed fair to him in just as a business opportunity, but in the emotional span of the whole thing, at the time, it wouldn't have been right. No.
No. But of course, eventually, it is what happened, that you have gone it alone. And do you have any sort of regrets about that? Or was it just the right moment to do it?
I think in the end, it ended up being the right time for it to happen. Honestly, the way things have gone have really been overwhelmingly positive. I'd say the first solo album, Tenore, it did phenomenally well, and I had so much great reception from that, and I am incredibly excited to hopefully get something similar with this one.
Yeah, I love the name of it, Tenore. Sounds like something you'd order in the pizza restaurant. I'll have one of those in a salad, thanks. Do you still see Charlotte?
I don't actually.
You don't?
It's tough because we work such completely different schedules. And plus, regardless, I'm a complete night owl anyway, and she's certainly less so.
Okay, fair enough. Now then, your second album is called Believe. Did you get to choose the tracks on this, or was that somebody else's doing?
No, yeah, we, me, my mum, my sister, and Chris, who helped to make the album, we all sat down, had a brief meeting, spitballed a few ideas, and out came a fully completed track listing. Yeah, we chose it collaboratively.
Really? And what were you thinking of when you wanted to do the album in terms of styles of music? Did you want to hit on a particular style or do a big variety?
I wanted to keep an interesting and intriguing variety for those who aren't super into classical music, but I also wanted it to be verifiably and easily identifiably a classical record.
Yeah. So that's at the key, that's at the sort of heart of it, is it?
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely a classical record at heart.
Now, I know that you trained, didn't you, as a classical singer? Am I right?
Yeah, and I still am. I still train classically. I'm currently working with a incredible woman called Joy Mannon, who has done work with many people. She worked with the late great Pavarotti himself.
Wow.
Yeah, she is. She's just a great lady overall as well, which helps.
Has she got some great anecdotes about working with Pavarotti?
She's full of the most incredible stories.
Which you have to tell us at least one.
Oh, well,
I'll put you on the spot.
Yeah, I can't think of any that would be radio appropriate.
Oh, I see. Okay, fair enough. That's all right then. Now, even though you are classically trained, did you get any sort of snobbery after you'd been on Britain's Got Talent about the fact that you were working in that world, but you were also on a TV talent show?
If I did, I didn't pay any attention to it, but I'm sure that I did, and I think that in some ways that it makes sense, and coming from the show, I can understand why people would why it would, I guess, lower my esteem in their eyes or something ridiculous of that nature.
Yeah.
But I do think it's a little bit unfounded and unjust. I think that you can go on these shows not being sort of what people expect the kind of person who goes on these shows are, and I think I'm occasionally lumped in with people who are very eager for fame, I suppose, eager for the spotlight, when I've never really had that eagerness.
Have you not?
No, it all sort of happened by chance, really.
Yeah.
Charlotte kind of contacted me back in the days when I had a BlackBerry, and she just said, "Do you want to do this thing?" I never expected anything of it. I mean, I love singing, and I had hoped that somehow I could make a career out of that in some small way, even. And then going on Britain's Got Talent actually turned out to be the optimum platform for me. And
So really the singing thing came first, and
Yeah.
then after that the sort of fame or the sort of recognition that being on telly brings with it, that was just an add-on.
Yeah, it was a very, very strange add-on, to be sure. To have people sort of overnight go from not really caring to recognising me in the street, it was in its own way a little bit disconcerting, actually. Just to see that how quickly people's minds change. But overall, it's been really, really positive, and just being able to sort of make friends wherever I go is one of the biggest upsides.
And do you still watch the show?
I didn't watch it to begin
You
with.
didn't watch it then? No.
I didn't. No. I still haven't seen my own performance on it.
Why is that? Is that because you don't want to watch it back?
Yeah, no.
You're
I
a bit
think
shy
I'd,
of
I think
watching
I'd
yourself.
cringe too hard.
Yeah, no, that is really hard though, isn't it? That's tough, watching yourself back.
Yeah. I mean, it's like when you say something. Well, like this. If I listened back to this, it'd be horrific. Just because when you hear your own voice recorded, it just sounds so weird.
But you must listen to your voice back when you're singing, surely.
Only when I have to. I try and avoid it as much as I can. Really, I leave the expert listening up to the producers.
Okay. Gosh, you're really shy about it, aren't you?
It's less shy, and it's more that I get incredibly critical of myself.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I will rip my own performance to absolute shreds, and I think oftentimes it's best to leave it alone.
Well, you know, we are all our biggest critics,
Yes,
aren't
absolutely.
we? We judge ourselves like that, don't we?
It's too true. It's too true.
Yeah, either that or the people we know. They can rip us apart. But you must be so busy now performing all the time, and of course you've got this album out. Do you do anything with your time off? Do you have other things that you enjoy doing?
Well, in the brief moments that, of respite between everything, I have a lot of stuff that I like to do. I mean, I collect Pokemon cards. I play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. I'm a massive nerd. I try and savor every single moment, both the times that I'm working and performing and doing this kind of thing, as well as just my free time to goof around, play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, and are you doing the whole Pokemon Go thing?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, naturally.
It was it was a really cool idea. I'm waiting for them to add more stuff now.
Yes, yeah. I'm bored with it already. And it's a new trend, that's the thing. Okay, so we're going to hear your single, which is called Bring Him Home.
Amazing.
And just tell us a bit of a history of this track.
Well, I've been singing this song since I was about 13 or 14. As I say, way back I started singing stuff like Where Is Love from Oliver when I had my high soprano voice, and then as my voice broke, me and my singing teacher tried to find something that really suited me, and when it eventually settled down, Bring Him Home was a clear choice. It was something like special about it, and so I just never stopped singing it, and I've just not gotten sick of it to this day, which is crazy.
It's good that you're not sick of it. It has to be in your range, as you just described there. How much of a shock was it when your voice broke, and then you have to sort of decide, number one, have you still got a voice, and secondly, where is that range? You have to sort of find your voice again, don't you?
Yeah, it was very strange because I sang all throughout my voice breaking. So I would go to a lesson one week and have a completely different range to the last lesson.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure where my voice would end up, but it was always sort of expected that it would become a tenor voice. And at the time, my teacher told me that those are like gold dust were the words that she used. So I in a way I aspired to it as well. So I was very pleased when my voice did turn out tenor. sort of high male voice.
Well, we're pleased as well because it is a cracking album, and this
Much
is a
appreciated.
lovely, lovely song. Jonathan, really great to talk to you this
Great to
afternoon.
talk to you.
And
Thank
here
you.
is the track, Bring Him Home by Jonathan Antoine.
Thank you.